Hi, this is Kathleen Baber with Apricot Tree Planning, and this is a kind of an older plan with me. I've had it in my files for a while and didn't get it edited and uploaded, so I thought I'd go ahead and do a quick voiceover today about what I did with this video. And that was the last week in January, and I was kind of done with doing snowflakes and snowmen at that point and just decided to do something that was not really tied to the season. And so I went to my scrapbook paper and I found a really pretty map motif because I really enjoy maps. I've always found them quite fascinating. I love reading them. I love old maps. And then there's this coordinating paper that matched with that pretty light teal, light blue-gray, green color. And so how I do it when I use the scrapbook paper is I cut strips, and that's what I'm doing here. I measure 1.5 inches wide and just cut the strip down, and usually I do kind of one each, and right there I'm just kind of explaining that I liked the stripe effect. It was a nice wide stripe. It was easy for list making and, almost like a check register in a way. And then for the weekend, I went ahead and I just did a 3-inch strip and just treated the weekend all as one big thing, kind of like the Happy Planner does where they, color in the weekend. And so that works. I think that looks really pretty. And then I went ahead and I cut a 1.5-inch strip here as well so that I could kind of alternate some quote-unquote full boxes. A lot of times when I'm using this type of paper, I don't always stay within just the 2 1/4, 2 3/8 length. I'll combine boxes. I have several days where I've got so much going on that I'm not going to be able to do a to-do list per se. And so it just makes it easy. Tuesday is one of those days for me. When the afternoon hits, it's just crazy town until, like midnight. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So here I'm kind of measuring the length. In my previous Happy Planner, they had kind of a 1/4-inch header that worked for all the boxes, but this one's got a skinnier header. So getting the height of it is a little tricky. I think I ended up cutting these at 2.5 inches because 2 1/4 is just shy, and it was really hard to find 2 3/8 on my cutter. So 2.5 works as long as I don't mind covering up one of the little lines. So that's what I'm doing there. Just kind of getting all my boxes cut to length. And then with the map paper doing the same, and I like to play around and kind of, get it to where it looks pleasing to the eye. There's no specific formula for me. I just kind of move things around until I like them. And here I make a kind of silly mistake. I measured that and it's 7.5 inches. And then I promptly cut it at 7 inches. And I just kind of, what did I do? So I'd already had a plan to do one of the cute washi tape banners for the weekend because I really like watching Nikki+3, her videos. And she always does such a cute job with those. So I decided it would be okay. I was just gonna make it work, and then in the end it did. So no worries there. So here again, I'm just playing with the placement, making sure I don't have, map against map and stripe against stripe, and things kind of spread out. I think that the little stripes worked out really well for me for, you know, being able to write on them. They weren't too skinny. So I really like that placement. I don't know if that's exactly how it turned out, because then I take it all off and put it through the Xyron, which totally then just, oh, where did I have this? So the nice part about the Xyron sticker thing is that it is just wide enough that I can do that 3-inch strip through it. And then usually I just do a tape runner for the backs of these, but this was very thick, heavy-duty scrapbook paper, which is usually not my favorite to work with in the Happy Planner. I like the cheapy stuff better, but so that's why I went ahead and decided to just do the Xyron, because it gives a lot more adhesion, and it worked out really well. I always feel just a little bit wasteful when I use it, because as you can see, like at the bottom, there's a huge part that could have been a lot more stickers, but they weren't there. So anyway, but it worked really well, and I didn't have any problems with it lifting during that week. So now I'm just gonna place all my thingies down, try to remember how I had them in there. And of course I have to fuss with it. You can get quite OCD about these things, playing with stickers all the time. And some materials are a lot more forgiving than others. The Xyron does do a good job of being able to let you lift things off. And here I'm going to show you the washies that I've chosen. I like that ticket one, because ticket means travel, although that one looks a little more like a carnival. Some of these I got from Michael's, some of them I got from Hobby Lobby. I think those 3 were all from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm going to try to do, I'm going to put down the washi first. I like that adventure one, Life is an Adventure. Had some really cool like gold foiling in the background that looked like the continents on a map. And that kind of teal is right in there too, which I love. Now I get a little silly fussy on this, because I get it down nice and straight, and then I'm like, oh no, I wanted to catch the bottom of those boxes in it. So I pull it back up like 45 times. I kind of drive myself crazy with this. Even just watching it is driving me crazy. See, but look, the bottom's still crooked. You're worrying about the wrong part. See, doing the voiceover part is hard, because now I'm going back and I'm seeing all my mistakes. And now I notice how crooked it is. I'm starting to drive myself crazy even in the video. All right, there we go. So, I've been very fortunate in my life that we have gotten to do quite a bit of travel. I was actually born overseas to American parents. Um, and so my mom was a great traveler, and I think she instilled in all of us kind of that wanderlust of adventure and going and seeing things. And when my husband was active duty Air Force, we were stationed overseas. We were considered to have had 3 overseas assignments, and he also served a year in Korea. And so, and several deployments in between multiple places. But we lived in Italy for 4 years at 2 different stations, and then we lived in Iceland for 3 years, and then we were stationed in Alaska for 4 years, which is considered an overseas assignment. So, one of the great adventures of my life was, though, at the end of our time in Iceland, my mom came to visit, and for 3 months, she and I went around with backpacks, a Eurail pass, and hostel cards, and got to see a great deal of Europe together, which was really special. It's a once in a lifetime trip. Clearly, before I had children, that we were able to go and do this and see where I was born and all that sort of good stuff. And that woman wore me out. Oh my goodness. She just went and went and went. And I was like, how is it that you have 30 years on me and you can totally outlast me with all this walking and touring and everything? But it was fabulous. And we talk about that trip still. It happened way back. It's hard to believe it's like 16 years ago that we went on that trip. But I'm really, really grateful for the memories. So maybe that's why I love maps so much. And I'm just finishing up my first ever washi banner. And it won't be my last one. I absolutely thought it was totally fun to do. Just having fun putting all the colors together and the widths and the tails and stuff. Some of the tails I just did as just a slant rather than make them the little pointed up banner end. But anyway, I thought that was great. And then I did find a little weekend sticker in my Mambi stuff. Most of my stickers that I've used in this spread are from Mambi, but there are some recollections in there. There's also a few things that come from the Carpe Diem collection, which I really enjoy their stuff. There's a couple of little things of deco that are just clip art. I'm not even saying the word right, sorry. But anyway, ended up having to, glue them down and stuff. But they're really, really cute. And I was like, oh darn, I should have done that cute little weekend. And I was really tempted to lay it over, and I thought, no, that's going to look bad. So there's like the little globe. And now I'm going to get into, pretty sure, yeah, the to-do lists. I like to vary those up a bit. I like the long strip checklists, but I also like those little flags. So I think I did a good job this week making them different. And you'll see what I mean here in just a moment. Especially since on on some of my center boxes where I always like to put my to-dos, I did have this paper that was not so easy to just write on. And I kind of placed that a little high, so I ended up pulling it off and just shifting it down a little so I could have that cute little to-do header there. I started to do those little flags there, but then I realized I really couldn't just write on that, so I was looking for, you know, something more like a box that I could use, and those were really pretty. I'm going to be sad when they're all gone, which they might be now. But Tuesday is a day that I don't get to do a ton of to-dos, because like I said, that's my crazy, crazy running day. So just putting 3 or so on Tuesday and Wednesday is a good idea, because otherwise it's just kind of a waste. My time's just really limited on those days, because I do a paper route on Tuesday night, and I do a paper route Wednesday morning, and then I take my daughter on her paper route on Wednesday afternoon. So have about 24 hours where it's just paper route. Papers, papers, papers. So I layered those with cute little star stickers on top. And then I'm going back and I find some more little appointment stickers that I can put down. Oh, first I put down this. Thursday's our payday, my husband's payday. And I have to do mail and bills on that day. And then I found those cute little appointment stickers. Right now, Thursday is also my main get it done day for school. I do some on Monday, but I don't always have all the information I need to finish everything on Monday. So I get some of it on Tuesday and I get some of it on Wednesday. So Thursday becomes kind of crunch day. Then everything's due by Friday midnight. So, or the main bulk of what I have to do is due then. So Thursday is very often shut out the world and all I can do is school. I'm just taking one class, and it's a graphic arts class, which is great because I have this little Etsy business of sticker making, and it's going to make me a better designer. But it's really frustrating because all I want to do is Etsy, do my sticker business. And it's making me have to slow down and do things in a more slow, orderly manner. It's also making it hard for me to do some of these things like the social media and the YouTubes and stuff, because I have to get my homework done. Which I did yesterday. Today's Saturday morning and I should be cleaning my house, but I'm editing a video so I can be a good social media person. Right here I'm building just a little sidebar for meals. This is a big goal of mine for 2017 is to be organized, more organized with my grocery shopping and meal making, and a whole lot less last minute, oh, let's run here and get something to eat. So I'm writing those in using a Papermate Flare pen because it does a really nice job on stickers. It does a really great job on glossy stickers, which is completely surprising. And I'm not sure. It looks like I'm looking through for some other things. I'm starting to write in what's going on. And it looks like I went far, far away and never coming back. Not sure what I was looking for. Here I am. Oh, okay, these are some little stickers that I made for my newspaper route. They are in my shop. If anybody does a newspaper route or has a kid who does one, you know, they're just kind of nice to have as a reminder. I used to do a daily newspaper route, and that was very interesting. There were things about it that I really liked. Kind of liked being up when nobody else was up and the roads were empty and I could zip around and do my route and listen to an audiobook, and it was good. But you never have a day off, and that really, really gets old eventually. That was another little sticker from my shop. It says Youth Temple Trip. Our youth group went to the temple that day, and I love those little stickers. I think they turned out really great. If you're LDS, you know what they're all about. It's the angel Moroni, and he's on the top of all of our temples. So I'm just sticking in some other notes. And I think I was searching for some music stickers that we had for band practice. And eventually I find them, but not right at this moment. I just think it's really easy to all of a sudden feel very disorganized with your stickers when you get so many going on. Just putting some little to-do headers. I think it's easy too to say, oh, I don't really need that because I know these are to-dos. But at the same time, you've got all these cute stickers. You may as well use them. So it looks like I'm kind of moving that down so I can, again, stick a little to-do header up there. And I'm fussing with how straight they are, or not. Oh, and there I am putting the little globe through the sticker machine so he can find his little home. That paper is so textured, and it's almost like wallpaper, writing on wallpaper, so having to go through it over some of the stuff at the second time. Maybe those were some full box checklists that I had meant to use but didn't. And then I had one big saying that I ended up putting on, because that is one thing that I struggle with, is using those larger stickers. So if I can find a week that it works out really well to stick one on, I think it's really fun. And that was Your Heart Knows the Way, which is cool considering it's on maps. And there, I'm just about finished. I'm looking for those 2 stickers, and I do come back and show you in just a moment how I added them in. And this was just adding in Pet Band with 2 games that week, one for the girls and one for the boys. Alrighty guys, I finally finished it up. I found my little stickers. I just love these. I think they are so cute. So my daughter's got band at 2:30 and at 1:30 on Wednesday. I ended up redoing this guy because I found my cute little headers that say to go and to go, and that kind of shifted that down. So I put a little piece of washi behind it and then cut the top of a checklist thingy, and it worked out pretty well. I found that I had this cute little compass, which I really love, and I think that's the only other changes I made to it. Oh, I did add some washi here that just says adventure. So I'm really pleased with it. I will probably mostly use a navy pen on it, just because I really like the darkness of navy. I like the lighter blues. I use this one sometimes. I also really like these Ink Joy gels. But I think this will be too light. So I'm going to stick with my navy flare for this week. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and next time I hope it goes a little teeny bit smoother, but I hope you enjoyed it just the same. Thanks!